Hi everyone, I hope you've all been having a safe and healthy week and that you are excited for another edition of Friday Reads. For this week, I read Beautiful Trauma by Aimee Nicole, and it features Joel on the cover. We've worked with each other on a lot of projects over the years, and this is part of her Queen City Rogue series. And yeah, I'm really excited to talk about it, so let's jump right in. Let me just look at my little notes. So when Henry came out to his mom, he also told her he was HIV positive. She immediately kicks him out of the house and disowns him. This is really sad and heartbreaking moment, and it kind of sets the tone for a lot of things that end up happening in Henry's life. He, after this, doesn't have anywhere to live or anywhere to go. He's really heartbroken and not sure where to turn. One of his friends helps him get into and stay at a transitional home called Ryan's Place, where he's really able to kind of recollect himself and start over and kind of build the foundation he's missing in order to be with people that actually understand him and don't treat him badly. So while at the halfway house, he helps assist the owner, which ends up transitioning him to a full-time job working for a lawyer. And that really helps move things along for him and get him a footing in that he's building his own revenue stream so he can actually be able to live on his own. On Henry's 21st birthday, he goes out with one of his friends, and he's more kind of shy and reserved. His friend, and he ends up meeting Ezra, a silver fox, which fast forward turns into kind of a one-night stand and then they each go their separate ways, even though neither of them can really get that night out of their heads. And then 6 months later, plot twist, Henry ends up being a student in Ezra's class, and the initial moment when they both realize and see each other within the class is pretty hilarious, and I can only imagine how awkward that would be. So then this puts them both in a really tough position because there's a clear understanding that they both have unresolved feelings for one another, but at the same time, Ezra doesn't want to risk losing his job, something that he's worked hard for by working at the school, but then at the same time, he really likes Henry, so it puts them in a really tough spot. And a quote I pulled from Ezra was, "I couldn't have him, but I couldn't not have him either." So that kind of speaks towards he doesn't want to lose his job at the school, but then at the same time, he doesn't want to lose Henry either. And inevitably, they couldn't resist each other, and them, with all their attention, they do end up hooking up in Ezra's office. And it kind of leads them into having this secret where they're spending time with each other and getting to know each other much more, but pretty much from the confines of Ezra's condo. And the whole story is pretty much this push and pull between Ezra's professional career and then his relationship with Henry. And then dealing with a lot of different facets like their age difference, how this will really work, them each meeting each other's friends and family and how that plays into it. You'll see how things work and resolve themselves with the job situation as well. And I put together a list of my top 5 scenes within the book that really stood out to me. And I'm going to try not to give anything majorly away also within that, but number 1, which I kind of already talked about, but Henry's first day at class and realizing that Ezra is his teacher, it is hilarious, and I thought it was just really funny and kind of a scene out of a movie. I could see that happening and how awkward that would be. Number 2, Henry and Ezra each went out to dinner at the same restaurant without them knowing each other was going to be there. This is when they were still trying to deny that there were any feelings. And there was a drunken exchange between them in the bathroom. That was very funny. And this was a quote that I pulled from that scene. So Ezra says, "Alcohol has made you bolt tonight, Henry, and you're playing with fire." And then Henry says, "Make me burn." It's very fitting for their relationship and their push-pull with one another. Number 3, there is a bathtub scene between them where they're each divulging their feelings with one another. And Ezra says to Henry, "Your beautiful trauma," which I like how it tied in with the title of the book. Number 4, I'm not going to give away the whole scene because it's a really good moment between them, but when Ezra first calls Henry his boyfriend. And then the last favorite scene that I had was the exchange between Ezra and Henry and them saying, I'm not going to say who said this, but it said, "Will you be my forever?" So I really enjoyed Beautiful Trauma by Aimee Nicole Walker. She never disappoints, and this is definitely one of my favorite books she's written that I've had the chance to read. If you enjoy her books, you will definitely like this one. If you're looking to try something new, I think this is a great book to start with. If you like Silver Foxes, even more so of a reason. Has a love romance aspect to it. It has conflicting moments between the career job aspect and then the relationship aspect. So yeah, have you read Beautiful Trauma by Aimee Nicole Walker, and what did you think about it? And make sure to subscribe to my channel because I will have a lot of upcoming Friday reads in the future. So have a great weekend, everyone.